I heard this white noise come over through my head. And it drowned out every other noise that I could hear. And then I very clearly heard, so now it's time to tell your story. The title of the book that he commanded me to write is called Boothe by Grace. And one would think after hearing that, you'd go, woo, yeah. Not me. I thought, oh no, I don't want to tell that. How in the world could losing a hand have purpose or God's purpose in it? And then an individual in our church who I didn't really know. I knew his name, but that's all I knew. And I felt I should know him. This guy owned a construction company, and he served with the church, would give the shirt off his back to anybody in need. His children were part of the school. He would build ramps for people, elderly people that needed a ramp to get up in their home for free. He'd pay for all the lumber and everything. Got word that he had passed away from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. And I went to his memorial service there at church, and I connected with him as they put his pictures up and they celebrated his life. And this guy did seemingly what any good Christian would do, but what they didn't talk about so much was what was eating him alive. It was a cancer inside. And the Lord started revealing to me from that moment on that there's a cancer inside of all of us. And it's a bitterness resulting from unforgiveness. When I was 22 years old, I put the gun to my head and pulled the trigger 3 times. And it didn't go off. Thank the Lord for that. So after a failed suicide attempt when I was 22 years old, I was saved. And it took 23 more years of walking through the valley, of resisting God's call, before I finally surrendered and allowed him to show me that I was the unmerciful servant. I'd been forgiven of much, right? Every sin that I'd ever committed had been forgiven. Every sin that I will commit, forgiven of. And yet I'm harboring and chokeholding people that have hurt me in the past. He allowed me to go back into the prison of my own heart, where I remained a prisoner until the debt should be repaid, until I figured out that I already had the key. And the key was him. I can walk around now totally free from the anguish, the shame, the humiliation, the pain, the misery, from all that happened as a result of this. Why would God do this? Right? Why would God take my hand? Well, he didn't take my hand, but he knew it would happen. And he allowed it for such a time as this, like he said 5.5 years ago, that through my story, his glory would be revealed.